I've never thought that this Royal Enfield Pierre Terre Blanche collaboration that produced the Himalayan produced a good looking motorcycle. This is not my opinion. My opinion is it distinctive looking? Yes. Did Pierre Terre Blanche solve the problem of creating a tall format like an ADV but a low seat height? Sure, he did. But to me, good looking? Heck no. Has Royal Enfield come a long way in terms of how to finish their motorcycles? They have. Does the Scram enjoy the benefits of everything that they've learned? Oh, heck no. Didn't then, doesn't now, because they didn't change anything. So my first reaction to the Scram was like, oh God, I'm going to have to ride this for the next 10 days. Right? So then I put my earplugs in, I put my helmet on, I get my gear on, I head out of the office. And right outside our office is a traffic jam where the only choice you have is, because the trucks don't go to the dirt, you go into the dirt. So I've gone into the dirt and I'm looking down and I'm doing some 13, 14, 18 kmph and I'm in like third or fourth gear or something. And it's smooth. And it's easy and there's no stumbling and there is like nothing happening.
I want to pretend at this point and say, what the hell are you saying? No way, dude. It must have been felt a little stumbly, a little sluggish.
Nothing. It's just buttery smooth, okay? So you come out of that traffic jam and you're busy in the traffic jam because there's trucks to navigate. You come out of it and you're like, what is it doing exactly? Because this is not what I was expecting. And then you roll another 2 kilometers and you're like, okay, so now we're going 50 kmph and there's light traffic and you're navigating traffic and you're changing lanes and now you're like, oh, I've been in sixth for a while now. And you're like, and it's smooth and it's easy. And the more I rode, the more I thought, holy cow, they built a really good motorcycle, which is so distinctly a thing. In the terms of the personality of this motorcycle is distinct. It is chilled, it is relaxed, it is take it easy, everything is easy, and it's not slow.
Yeah.
I cannot call it quick, I cannot call it fast, I cannot call it frantic. It's just, what do you want to do? You want to do 80? Let's make 80 easy. What do you want to do? You want to do 90? Let's make 90 easy. And then the more I rode this motorcycle, the more I thought, my God, it is so not my kind of motorcycle. And simultaneously, wow, what a great motorcycle this is.
It's so funny because while you were describing it, I was just thinking, it's a modern format for Royal Enfield.
Yeah, but it is such a retro experience.
It's such a Royal Enfield.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like they've got that chill vibe on it. It can, and like modern Royal Enfields where they are more versatile, they have got enough performance. This is like, yeah, okay, we can do it, but hey, let's enjoy this.
Don't hustle this motorcycle, because when you try to hustle the motorcycle, you just fall right out of his personality and then you won't enjoy the experience so much.
And I've said this about cars, like there are some cars that I absolutely love because they make you happy when you drive them calmly.
Yeah.
And I love those because it just kind of calms me down.
Yeah.
And that's exactly the sense I had with the Scram for 40. I just did literally like maybe 200 meters at the most. And I came back and I was like, yeah, I know what to do with this. I know exactly how you would ride this.
Correct.
And despite it not being like traditionally our kind of bike that way, I'd want to ride it.
Yeah, this is a very easy motorcycle to recommend if I can understand who you are as a person. And also to cancel it from your list if you're not that kind of person.
Yeah.
Super simple, because this is such a distinct experience. And the only other change I forgot to mention, previous time, the Scram's 19-inch front wheel was a spoked wheel, tube tires. That is the base model now.
Okay.
What we are riding is the top model, which is about 7,000 rupees more. So to why the base model exists, honestly, I do not understand.
And tubeless.
And the top model has alloy wheels and tubeless tires.
Okay.
Solved.
Okay.
And therefore, the next question logically would be, will this go off-road? Yeah.
Sure.
But think of it as an explorer, not a off-road recreational motorcycle, which means you want to go down a trail because your campsite, hotel, whatever is further down this dirt trail being 35-40 kilometers long. Sure, no issues.
And in this, again, whether you have spoke wheels, whether you have alloy wheels, whether you have tubeless tires, whether you have tube tires, in 9 out of 10 conditions, do not let that be a worry in your head. Will the rim get damaged? Most of the vehicles in most of the conditions today of anything that we as normal users can do to them, they will take it without even batting an eyelid. So enjoy your ride, even if you have to go off-road into the rough roads. Rough roads, off-road. Intentionally, if you're going to do, let's say, slow technical stuff, of course you have risk of damage. But normal, when you're
Forget
traveling,
the risk of damage. This is a 200 kilo motorcycle. It's not a nice way to do that kind of
correct.
technical off-road.
So don't let that be the thing that holds you back. It is not going to get in your way. Just go out, ride. You'll be able to enjoy. I
Yeah,
don't
so
think that's a worry.
if you think of India as a country that has a few good roads, mostly intermediate or poor roads, and then a lot of off-road, which is all paths going to a place. All of that the Scram 440 will do. If you're going to go on the weekend with your friends to explore the trail, where the challenge is the trail itself, it's too heavy for that. And if that is your intent, this is not the right motorcycle for you. Right? So out on the highway, similarly, there's no vibration anywhere really to complain about. It's at from anything from, I think, 50 kilometers an hour to about 105, 107 in top gear, feeling like completely peaceful. And at that 107, do you feel like you're at the max performance of this motorcycle? There's just nothing left to overtake with. Not really. It's not like a super swift overtaker, but it will overtake things. Okay, now and then you'll have to make a gear change to accomplish it if you're trying to sort of rush through the overtake a little.
We have waited and waited and waited for Royal Enfield Scram 440 to arrive, and it finally has. And it's given us a surprise. But is that surprise good or bad? Shumi tells us on the latest episode of the MotorInc First, which is playing on the MotorInc app. And as always, the app is free to download and free to sign up on. Do that, and we'll see you there.